Food chains give us a clear-cut picture of who eats whom. However, some problems come up when we try and use them to describe whole ecological communities. For instance, an organism can sometimes eat multiple types of prey or be eaten by multiple predators, including ones at different trophic levels. This is what happens when you eat a hamburger patty. The cow is a primary consumer, and the lettuce leaf on the patty is a primary producer. Energy is transferred between trophic levels when one organism eats another and gets the energy-rich molecules from its prey's body. However, these transfers are inefficient, and this inefficiency limits the length of food chains. When energy enters a trophic level, some of it is stored as biomass, as part of organisms' bodies. This is the energy that's available to the next trophic level, since only energy stored as biomass can get eaten. As a rule of thumb, only about 10% of the energy that's stored as biomass in one trophic level per unit time ends up stored as biomass in the next trophic level per the same unit time. This 10% rule of energy transfer is a good thing to commit to memory. The feces and uneaten, dead organisms become food for decomposers, who metabolize them and convert their energy to heat through cellular respiration. So, none of the energy actually disappears, it all winds up as heat in the end. An organism's diet referred to what forms of food it chose to eat. Forms of diet included herbivore, omnivores, carnivore, breathivores, breatharian, photoautotrophs, which are lightivores or lightarian, reservoirs, and aliquotarian. You have carnivores who are flesh eaters. Carnivorous diets were common in cold environments, due to the lack of plant life. Carnivorous plants such as the Venus flytrap are plant species that evolved to capture and consume live prey in order to make up for the lack of nutrients in their soil. Example of carnivores are sharks, lions, tiger, and bears. You have herbivorous life forms such as the cow, the horse, the monkey, and ape, and the sheep, all fed on plants. Most humans were herbivores. Some people today have went back to that way of eating. They call us vegetarians. A vegetarian is the practice of abstaining from the consumption of meat or flesh, and may also include abstention from byproducts of animal slaughter. Vegetarianism may be adopted for various reasons. Many people object to eating meat out of respect for sentient life. Omnivores were organisms that fed on both plant and animal matter. An omnivore or human is an animal that has the ability to eat and survive on both plant and animal matter. Obtaining energy and nutrients from plant and animal matter, omnivores digest carbohydrates, protein, fat, and fiber, and metabolize the nutrients and energy of the sources absorbed. Some organisms live off liquid water or blood of others. They are called liquivores or liquiditarian. Like vampires who drink blood and mosquitoes. Some species were energy eaters. They feed off fear, hate, lust, war, murder, and bloodshed. Some are what we call breathivores or breatharian. These organisms feed off the air, the lighter element hydrogen and oxygen. Then you have lightivores or lightarian, eat sun or star light. They eat light particles. Plants eat light and water. So they are liquiditarians. Most extraterrestrial species possess native attributes that can be classified by human standards as superpowers. In other instances, these abilities only manifest when an alien is exposed to a certain environment once outside of their home world or to a specific source of energy. Accelerated healing factor, which is the power to heal much faster than is typically considered normal. Accelerated perception is the power to comprehend one's surroundings at a much slower rate than is typically considered normal. Animation, the power to bring inanimate objects to life. Astral projection, the power to project one's consciousness outside the user's body. Atmospheric adaptation, the ability to adapt to a foreign atmosphere to one's own natural one. Black hole/void manifestation, the power to generate and/or manipulate black holes or voids. Cellular replication, the power to replicate cells at a superhuman speed, allowing the creation of life-sized clones of its user, as well as the power to create extra limbs on a body. Clairvoyance, the ability to view into the future or between dimensions. Conjuration, the power to create objects or sentient creatures out of nothing. Contaminant immunity and immunity to any known forms of diseases, ailments, and illnesses, as well as chemicals and toxins. Cryokinesis, other than metahumans, Kryptonians, and beings with similar physiology also have the ability to generate ice through high-velocity exhalations, freeze breath. Electrosynthesis, the ability of an individual to act as their own power source. Elemental resistance, a resistance to extreme temperatures and or the elements. Empathy, the power to feel others' feelings. Enhanced memory, when a character's memory is enhanced beyond that of a regular individual, or what is considered normal. This may include remembering minutely fine details, or specific events years prior. Fire breath, the ability to exhale fiery blasts from one's mouth. Flight, the ability to suspend gravity's hold on one's body and soar through the air, usually at high speeds. It is universally used as a means of mobility among its users, as the power allows them to maneuver easily even while at high altitudes, as well as cover more ground. Geokinesis, the power to generate or manipulate rocks and the earth. Heat vision, the ability to emit blue energy beams from their eyes. Hydrokinesis, the power to generate or manipulate water. Illusion manipulation, the ability to create illusions in one's mind. Intangibility, the ability to pass through physical matter. A proficient user may also be able to utilize the power to ignore attacks, physical dangers, and gravity. Teleportation is also a variation of this ability. Invulnerability, the power to feel less pain and take more physical damage than a normal human or to have indestructible joints. Longevity, the power to live for an extended period of time, often with the effects of aging slowed down greatly. Mental projection, the ability to project thoughts, consciousness, or emotions into reality. Mental shield, the ability to protect yourself or others from mind-based attacks such as mind reading or attempts of your foe to control your mind. Mind control, the ability to control the minds of others, making them act on your behalf. Organic webbing / cocoon creation, the ability to generate organic web used to trap foes. Oniric energy manipulation, the ability to manipulate and create dream energy. Oniromancy, the ability to see the future through their dreams. Pestilence inducement, the ability to create and spread contagious virus and disease. Power bestowal, the ability to bestow powers to others. Precognition, the ability to perceive information about future places or events before they happen. Pyrokinesis, the ability to generate or manipulate fire. Self-sustenance, the ability to go without, or very little, physical needs, such as food or rest. Shape-shifting, the ability to change one's appearance or, in the case of malleability, one's own physiology. Typically, this gift is used to mimic the face, body, and voice of another individual for the purpose of either stealth or deception. Other times, it's used to enhance the user's body. Solar energy absorption. Riskins metabolize the energy from the red, yellow, and blue suns in order to recharge themselves, giving themselves special abilities in the process. Sonic inducement, the ability to induce a sensation of vertigo, vibration, or a sonic sound. Sonic screams, some aliens have the power to produce a high-frequency scream. These screams have the power to send a Kryptonian flying and cause the ears of a green Martian to bleed. Reality manipulation, the ability to alter the reality and identity of the world. Sound projection, the power to produce sound from the user's hand or body. Super breath, the power to exhale powerful gusts of air from their mouth which are similar to force winds. Super endurance, the ability to survive for longer without consumption of energy. Super leaping, the ability to jump to and over heights such as the ability to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Super senses, the ability to use one or more of the 5 senses to a capacity beyond what is biologically possible for a human. This ability typically focuses of vision or hearing abilities, namely super hearing as well as telescopic or microscopic vision, depending on the context of the user. Super speed, the power to move faster than a normal human. Super stamina, the ability to extend one's own stamina for extended periods of time beyond that of a typical individual. Super strength, the ability of one's muscles to exert force beyond what is physically possible for a human. On a basic level, super strength allows the user to easily manhandle adults, even those who would be otherwise unbeatable. At higher levels, it enables them to safely lift massive weights. Super senses. Some individuals have significantly more finely tuned senses than the norm. Telekinesis, the ability to exert kinetic influence upon an object through sheer thought or will alone. This power, sometimes called psychokinesis due to its nature as a mind-based gift, enables the user to manipulate objects, and sometimes, people, without engaging in any physical contact. Telepathy, the ability to communicate through people's mind, as well as to communicate through languages others can understand. Memory reading, the ability to read a target's mind by contacting physically, is a variation of telepathy. Telepathy immunity, the ability to be immune to forms of telepathic powers. Teleportation, the ability to send others to an alternate location. Time travel, the ability to travel through time. Toxic inducement, the ability to dispel fatal, poisonous gas through various means. Temporal awareness, the ability to sense abnormal changes in the time stream. Thermal vision, the ability to see the heat signature of an individual. Vocal alteration, the ability to alter one's voice to sound like someone else. X-ray vision, the ability to see through objects, particularly those that are solid and opaque.